All right, guys, I wanted to talk to everyone for a couple of minutes about how having a gun safe is just peace of mind. Now, I know that people will write in the comments below, there's always ways to get into certain things, and anything, if you have enough time and enough tools, can be broken into. But we're going to go over some of the reasons why to have a safe and how it's just plain peace of mind. Okay, so right now, I'm on my way out. I will not be home until tomorrow sometime, and every so often I have to do this. So when I leave the house though, at night, even though I got 2 pit bulls there, they're older, whatever, but any kind of dog is good, whether it's a small dog or whatever. If it barks, it's a deterrent, trust me on that. But having a safe is good peace of mind. Now, people always ask me to show my safe and the configuration and inside, and I never do that. The reason is because I don't want people to see the safe, to see where it's at, and different things about security. It's just another thing that I think is good peace of mind for me to not put that out there on YouTube. It's not somebody over in California that I'm worried about. It's people that know me. If you're going to get hit, it's going to be by somebody that knows you, or somebody that that knows who you are around town or something, and and sees your videos and knows what you have. But let's put it this way: I have a top tier rated safe, and it's massive. There's no way it's going out of the house. A professional moving company had a hard time getting it into the house, and they were using all kinds of different equipment that they use, and we didn't even know if it was going to make it into the house. Okay, for real. That's how. There's just I don't want to go into all the details, but we really didn't think that this safe, at the last minute, we didn't think it was going to be able to go in. But the safe is in the house, and they had to use some special equipment to get it up to even be able to get in to where the house is and all this other stuff. So another thing is it's a lot of weight. So it's over 1,000 pounds, so empty. So it's much more than that now. So basically, guys, I also have in there a thing you can buy, and it is a little device that goes in there. It costs $200. It hooks up to your Wi-Fi, and it's in there. You put it up under one of the shelves, and if the safe gets moved too much, if the door gets opened, the temperature changes, it will alert me to my cell phone. Now, if the safe was to somehow get outside my house and was to be moved, it would bring up a map and show me on GPS where my safe is being moved to. But like I said, the safe ain't coming out of the house, and if it did, it would take several guys plus a lift gate truck once you got it out to the street to even get it up in the air to get it on anything. So that's not the concern. But guys, having a safe is really good, because let me tell you, before, and I can say this now because it ain't gonna hurt anything, but before, I used to have guns all over the place. Guns in corners, guns in closets. I used to keep my handguns stored in kitchen cabinets because I figured that, number one, kitchen cupboards and things like that would be one of the last places that a thief would look. And number two is, when I'd leave, I'd keep my dogs in the kitchen. So there'd be 2 deterrents in there. When a thief breaks in, you're going for the master bedrooms, you're going for under beds, you're going for dresser drawers. I kept everything out of stuff like that, but the thing is, I had stuff at another location, but I still had so much stuff with me that I just ended up having stuff all over the place. There was no way I could put everything away. Now I've got enough room in my safe. I've got all my expensive items, even my lights, like my Surefire, my Olights, anything of value, higher end holsters even, anything that was of value, I'm now able to put into the safe. So, 90% plus of home break-ins are smash and grab. Okay, so what that means is over 90% of the time when somebody breaks into a home, they run through They ransack dresser drawers. They throw the bed mattress off. They look under the bed. They look in closets, and they're out the door. Speed is the key. Speed is the key with these robberies. 90+% of the time, you get in, you get out as quick as possible. Is the name of the game. So they're just grabbing whatever they can grab, and they're on their way. You're never ever going to get into a safe that quick. My safe is pry-proof. And there's a lot of other things with it too, but my safe is pry-proof as well. So you can't just take pry bars and have a couple of guys with really long pry bars in there, which you wouldn't even have enough room to use the pry bars to get in there. You would need a certain length of pry bar to really get torque, but it's pry-proof. Smash and grab is what most thieves do. They want to get in and out as quick as possible. Now, the maybe up to 10% where it's not smash and grab, this is special circumstances. This is people that maybe know you, or they're your neighbors or relatives or friends of relatives that know you're going on vacation. These kind of people can come break into your home while you're on vacation, and they know that they have an ample amount of time to go in there, whatever, cook food in the kitchen, do what they want, mess around. Even then, they're not going to get into your safe, but they would have time. Or if you have a rental property that's not rented to anyone, they know they have time. Just rare occasions like that are the only up to 10% where it's not smash and grab. Smash and grab is the most common and most frequently used robbery technique in the United States today. You smash the door in, you go in, you look for jewelry boxes, you look in dresser drawers, you go into closets, you grab whatever's loose, any kind of guns, handguns, rifles, whatever's loose, jewelry, cash, money, you get out the door as fast as possible, boom, you're gone in the daytime. So guys, having a safe is such a good thing. You don't have to get one like me. I put a lot of money into my safe because I figured on the amount of guns I'm protecting, I'm going to put money into a safe. And boy, I got a good one. And I paid too. I paid for that good one. You don't have to get the top of the line one. You can get maybe $1,000 one that might not be made in the country, but is of a good size to hold all of your items. This will do two things. If you have kids, you know it's safe from your kids or your kids' friends, especially when they come over, from ever messing with anything. So you're not going to have to worry about that. Any kind of children in the home, any of your children's friends want to come over, you're not there. Everything's tucked away. You know, what kind of peace of mind is that? You're a parent, you're out somewhere, you're at dinner, your friend, your son has two friends over to play video games that night, watch a movie. Well, how much peace of mind is it, even if it's only $1,000 safe, which is on the cheaper end, how much peace of mind is it for you to know that that safe is secure, or that everything that you have in that house is secure, even with your son's friends, who you may trust, but still, it's peace of mind. Now, I paid way, way, way much more than $1,000 for my safe, but you can easily get away with a $1,000 safe. It just depends on how much money you have to spare, how much items and the value of these items you want to protect. You know, kind of gauge that too. Like you just have some hunting rifles, maybe a couple of handguns. You know, you don't need to buy a $3,000 safe. You know, kind of gauge it toward what you need. But I just think that it's with everyone's interest, even if you have to save for a safe. I went a lot of years without having a good safe. I have the goldenrod in my safe. I've never had any problems with any kind of rust or pitting or anything. I've got a thermometer in there. I've got a thermostat in there. Tells me humidity and temperature range. Temperature's not really that big of a deal. It's your humidity you want to watch. And temperature's not that big of a deal. Except for when it comes like maybe wood stocks. But the humidity is where you want to watch. I've got it all completely LED lit with motion sensors. So when you crank the wheel and you pull that door open, like a nice big bank vault, the lights come on. There's a sensor. And I've got LEDs around the whole interior circumference of the safe where you can't see the LEDs, but they face in at all the items. So they're like back up against the wall and in and around the top. Makes for a very nice, like I said, I really wish I could show all this on camera, but I just can't, guys. So my advice to you is, even, you know, just for the sake of your family, your kids, your children, when their friends come over, your relatives from out of town, hey, you never know, right? Your relatives from out of town come around for smash and grab thieves, which is what's going to happen most of the time. Just a standard, cheaper safe is going to get you by. So I recommend that you save up and you get the best safe you can get for the money you have, and get the biggest size safe you can get for the money you have, so that way you won't grow out of it, okay? And it will help you, it'll give you peace of mind. And number two is the rust preventative. I can show you ways that if you don't have outlets in your safe like I do, my safe is custom made with outlets inside, it's got 3 of them. But I can show you ways that if you don't have outlets inside, how you can keep your moisture level at the right temperature, and you won't have to worry about your guns. You'll just have to recharge the moisture deal every 3 months. So there you go, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know what kind of safe you have, and something you seriously want to think about, guys, for your guns. Get them secure, get them in a safe. That way, when you leave the house, like me, you're going to be going into the next day, overnight. You don't even have to think about, are your babies okay? All right, guys, until next time, I'll talk to you real soon. This is DOF, and I am out.